So today, uranium stocks took off. They were beating the market all day, up as much as 10% plus in a lot of the big uranium stocks, but they did pull back. We're going to talk about why. Now, China, they said that they are actually possibly raising their targets to 10 nuclear power plants per year. A lot of positive catalysts as well for nuclear energy throughout the world. Now, because the previous video, you guys did 500 plus comments and you were guessing the price of uranium by the end of the year, you get that free 1-year subscription to my Discord, the private Discord. And you know, you got to be subscribed, as I said, but because of that, I actually opened up a free channel in the Discord that you can go to. There's a link in the description below, and this will expire in 7 days. So first come, first served. There's not going to be a lot of room in there. This is free. This is a place where I will be able to talk, comment, and talk to you a little bit more, you know, and it's going to be a pretty nice place because I'm going to post stuff in there as well for you. But it is obviously not the 40 plus channels in the private Discord that you'll have access to. It's not that, but there are some free channels in there that you can look for. And it's really because you guys are great. You guys are smart. I really enjoy the community. We've got a tight community here on YouTube as well. So when you're not on YouTube, Discord's a great place that I can relay information to you. So link in the description below. That link is going to expire very soon, so you got to check it out. Now in this video, give me your like number, and I want to know, do you think that today's big run in uranium stocks was caused by the Wall Street Bets crew? Because UEC closed at 420, which is crazy. It was up 10% and it closed down, you know, probably about 1.5%, 2%. But there was big news, and we're going to go over this. China nuclear industry says it can accelerate expansion plans, and the target of these 6 to 8 reactors a year could be raised to 10. Because of this power outages and energy crisis, China is looking to boost their nuclear power. And obviously the new advanced reactors, these new reactors are going to come up a lot faster, I think, than people think. China can do it very fast, so can Japan. Now, nuclear approvals have accelerated this year after a surge in global energy prices and drought as well. And remember, China has 51 reactors. This was by 2021 and is the third largest operator after the US and France. But the share of nuclear power in the mix is just 5%. UEC closed at 420 today, $4.20. Now this stock has seen just crazy volatile moves. And it is kind of funny because the stock was up almost 10%. It still closed up, you know, pretty big. And we saw the overall market. The NASDAQ dropped very, very hard. And Cameco was the one that was really tied to the NASDAQ today, the overall stock market. It was up almost 5%. Do see that the short interest in Cameco was up 65%. So this is one of the bigger stocks. I think a lot of people don't really understand what's going on. So people are looking, you know, to hedge their positions. And, you know, these are so volatile. As you can see, the overall uranium stocks, because the volume's not as much as we've seen in some of the bigger ones, they still closed up very, very well. You know, and the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, you know, almost up 5%. They're going to be buying uranium. Uranium price is still looking very good. And also Australian uranium stocks. I mean, they really took off. Australian, and, you know, some of these are Canadian as well, and some of those in London. So we saw a big run over there. Now, like I said, the US stock market, usually ASX is going to follow what the US markets did. But like I said, the majority of those were up most of the time today, but the overall NASDAQ really just brought them down. I think we're going to start to unyoke very soon. It is very possible. But when the overall market looks like this, you know, when we got pulled down, as I say, that until we really break out past 75 and maybe $80, we're probably going to still continue to see this volatility. And that is why day and swing traders are the only ones making money in uranium right now. Now, if you're holding and, you know, long term, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, this is kind of funny. The Uranium Squeeze 2 today was trending. So this feels just like September last year. Exact same thing. But spot uranium is up a lot higher. Spot uranium was like $39 on the ask last year. And right now we're like on $51. Now, some other big news. So Rolls-Royce, their SMR development, they signed a memorandum and understanding with the Czech nuclear engineering and manufacturing firm. And they're looking to deploy these SMRs, the Rolls-Royce SMRs, and they're going to deploy these in the Czech Republic and a broader Central European regions is what they're looking for. Now, I'm an engineer, and I've worked on Rolls-Royce engines. Now, they are the top of the line, the best. I love them. I've really worked on them, you know, for a long time in the Coast Guard. And I really think that their small modular reactors are going to be very good. More news. So the Philippines president said in a State of the National Address today that it is time for the country to re-examine our strategy on building nuclear power plants. Singapore is also looking into this, and this, record uranium demand is going to be coming. This was China Daily that put that out. I posted this earlier. This is what the stock did, UEC, right at the beginning of the day, almost 10%. It was actually a little over 10% earlier in the day, right in the morning. And that's what the uranium stocks looked like, just a kind of a timeline you can see. And the overall stock market at this time was down as well. So it is pretty nice to see that uranium is still getting the volume. It's probably going to get a lot of publicity today. And pre-market, it was up as well. UEC said that they applaud the White House on their emergency request to Congress for an additional $1.5 billion for the DOE to reduce reliance on Russian nuclear fuel. A lot of people don't know that the UEC chairman, and he was the former energy secretary for the U.S. for the Department of Energy, Spencer Abrams. Now, he was talking about this in a comment and was basically saying that, really the U.S. is looking for this new U.S. supply enrichment, and it's going to be production, uranium production. They're going to need it. So this is kind of nice to see the team that they have there. And same thing with Dan Pullman of LEU. He was the Department of Energy secretary as well for the U.S. DOE. This is pretty funny. So this was uranium stocks in 2020, and this is uranium stocks in 2023. This is where I think they're going to be. Now, Brendan Fraser, if you guys don't know, this is Brendan Fraser in the movie Whale, 600-Pound Man. He made himself look like this, obviously. A lot of this is really a movie. So it's not me bashing Brendan Fraser. I love Brendan Fraser. I think he's one of my favorite actors, especially from, the 90s, 2000s. Encino Man, if you know what I mean. But it is going to be, when people started hearing me talk about uranium stocks in early 2020, they called them dumpster stocks. And a lot of these are up 1,000%. Majority of the stocks, especially that I was in talking about at the time, are up 1,000%. So this is what they're going to look like in 2023 when they go up 100% from here. 1,000% doubles to 2,000%. If you get in early, that's why you long-term investors in uranium staying in it. If you're long-term, it's going to be that compounding gains. It's going to be really good. But like I said, right now, the people really buying and selling, day trading, are making the money. A new milestone was achieved in production of the steam generator Unit 5, the nuclear power plant in India. Now, they've got two 1,000 megawatt plants, Unit 1 and 2, and there's going to be 4 more coming up that are under construction. Just to keep it on your radar, Russia, what's going on over there with the natural gas pipeline. I really do think that Russia, the next move is going to be enrichment bans to the U.S. and the West, possibly. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, they're not going to go to war with the West, obviously, but they can do counter sanctions. And they've done this before, putting these bills in for enrichment in nuclear. And there's plenty of places around the world that will take up Rosatom for their nuclear that is not the West, obviously. And one of those countries is Myanmar, looking to do a deal with Russia for these new low power reactors. I mean, the world's churning to nuclear, especially the East. So there will be countries that will fill the bill. If the enrichment is banned to the West, it's going to go somewhere. And Russia is beginning manufacturing already for Egypt's new nuclear power plant. This is really big. This is really a big change for the whole world. So if any business deals in enrichment is banned from the West, it is going somewhere. Russia will still have customers. California declares a grid emergency as odds of blackouts rise. So they're going to need new nuclear power plants. Just extending Diablo Canyon is not going to help the state. When I was there, when I lived all over California, I had blackouts. There was blackouts a lot. They're going through a heat wave right now. And I've got family, there in the Bay Area. It's crazy right now. Now, if we're looking at the overall commodities, the overall energy commodities, we were down today. Crude oil, that's one other reason I think a lot of people were taking some profits today. Energy was all over the place, but spot uranium is still doing very good. So you can see here, this is the gains in uranium today, the percentages here, but this is how much they're still off the 52-week high. Now, I got to say something about Cameco, the stock that was down today, the biggest uranium stock that's traded, right? The most liquid as well. Now, this stock is only 11% from its 52-week high, which is actually an 11-year high. Because they're so close to this, I think that a lot of these other big uranium stocks, that's going to be the green ones here. A lot of the big ones that are 30 to 40% off their 52-week highs are very undervalued, very possibly to be undervalued, because usually these uranium stocks will trade together. But it is very odd today that Cameco did not trade with the other stocks, especially closing up at least a few percent. We said there could be some shorts. That could be one of the things going on, because a lot of these have 30 to 40 to even 70% upside. If you see on the loss gain chart here, 70%, that's 233% gain to break even back to last year's 52-week highs. And we're already getting there. We're already getting back. We're higher in spot uranium. Spot uranium right now is $51.50 on the ask. And last year it was about $39. We're way ahead. And Sprott Physical Uranium Trust is buying more uranium. Now there's a lot more news to cover, but I want to show you first. Now this is the private Discord here. This is the 40 plus channels. Now I did make a brand new channel here that is for all you guys. That the link in the description will expire in a few days. So first come, first served. Like I said, this is brand new. You can see this right here. It is free. Okay, it is free, and you guys can have access to this. And it's really because you guys are great. You know, you are all very smart people, and I want you a part of the community. It's a little bit easier for me to communicate with you, especially if you win that year subscription. I can easily see it in here. And if you want, you can put the price that you think uranium will be at the end of the year. And if you win, then it's easier for me to search, by the way, in here. I can search up here pretty much anything, and I can find it in this Discord. 150,000 posts in my Discord here. All of these things. We've got new channels that are popping up that I've made for you guys, especially if you're in the Patreon. You have access to all these. But there is no one in the free Discord just yet. You'll be the first ones. That is because I have not even released this yet. You guys are just seeing the video now. So there should be some activity in here, but you can also introduce yourself. I want to know, who you are from the comments, and it'll be really nice to have you guys in here. And like I said, I will be able to communicate with you a little bit more. I'm still going to reply to your comments in the YouTube comment section, but this is a little bit easier and faster for me to do, especially after hours. Once a video is posted later on, there's sometimes spam in the comments on YouTube. I try to protect you guys from that, delete the stuff, spend hours sometimes doing that. But this is where it's at. I will be posting a lot of data in here too. It just won't be first, just kind of like you guys get in the YouTube. If you're subscribed, you get all the information I post, the breaking news. It'll be a little bit later because obviously I'm in these main channels here. I'm talking in the main channels and really discussing what's going on for the day when I'm buying and selling in the day trading and swing section here. And my uranium stock sheet is in here as well. And by the way, if you want access to my sheets that you saw, the uranium sheet, that's where this is at as well. And I just put this link out as well. There's a referral link for the chart system that I use, best in the world really, and it gives you a discount. So if you're in the Discord, you can have access to that, as well as my charts, all of the charts that I have, all of the saved data, you'll get access to. That's this link right here for you guys that are Patreon subscribers. And all these channels, there's a bunch, my portfolio. And like I said, if you guys want to search anything, if you want to look up if I ever talked about the stock that you're in, you can search it in here. Westwater Resources, whatever it might be, you can see that I was posting about it multiple years ago, right when the stock ran up. You can see, the gains a lot of people had. People posted screenshots of their portfolios and how well it did. So this is really just me being transparent to everyone. This is really a tight-knit community. And all of these other channels, there's just way too many to go over in this video, but it's just really, really great. It's so much faster for me. There's no ads. So much faster for you as well to find all this, not just uranium information, stock information, but your information about the overall market and being able to video chat, put live videos out. I mean, this is where it's at. This is why I love Discord. And this is a level 3 Discord. So it's going to be the highest quality, the fastest. There's no ads. And the community is just great. We've got doctors, surgeons. We've got professional traders. We've got business owners. My buddy Lewis Morgan's in here. He created $1 billion company, exited for a few $100 million cash right at the peak of that company. Gymshark. He's got a bunch of other clothing companies, Menere Devore. He frequently is in here talking to the community. This is like my own personal Bloomberg terminal. I can utilize this to search, get instant news, and pretty much anything on social media I can have filtered right into here instantly, a lot faster. And you don't get all the drama, you don't get all that crazy stuff. As the uranium bull market continues, there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff out there. And I think having a tight-knit community, and a lot of people are, like I said, have been in here in this Discord with me for multiple years. And it's really nice to see people, beginners, brand new people that have stuck around and have grown to, like I said, professional traders with 30, 40 years in the market. Sometimes they're in here and you never know who's going to show up. It's pretty crazy how our community's been growing lately. So there will be a link, like I said, a free link below. It's going to expire very soon. You can talk about your stocks in there. You can ask me questions in there too. I'll probably go in there, especially today, as you new people come in. And if you want, like I said, a more tight-knit group, then you can go over here in the stocks watch list. This is the main channel. This is where hundreds and thousands of posts per day, from in the Discord. This is where I post and alert you guys. And there's so many channels. It's just going to be, I'll make a whole video on the entire Discord later on, guys, but it'd be nice to see you guys join us there. I'm still going to do another video about your questions. A lot of people have asked a bunch of different things. You're asking specifically about Japan and what does this mean? Now, there's kind of a media blitz, like I said, going against this MOX fuel in Japan. I really do think that their fuel cycle is somewhat disrupted. Same thing in France. This is not just in Japan. This is also in France. And Iran is looking to fix this, but it's not going to change the people's thoughts on plutonium, this MOX fuel mixed with uranium. So the recycling, it doesn't look too good for that, but that just means more in the long term, more contracting I think is going to start up. Now, some other things people were asking, I think Quakes was talking about today about UEC. It is a big position for him now. Now, he did say he was asking if they will ever do a Canadian exchange listing, but really I don't think that the stock needs it. You can see that there's, funds compared to last year when the stock ran up, big, where there's a lot more funds in it now. Now, a lot of funds did this pullback sell, but I think because it's the second most liquid uranium stock in the entire market, right now, I don't think that it's needed, but it would be kind of nice to have just access to more investors that somehow can't buy into the stock. And another update, HC Wainwright, they raised their buy target to $7.25 US for UEC. I agree with that. I think that's about where I say the next round will be. Now, obviously, as things progress, this is going to go up more than likely. But that's very, very close to where I think the probabilities of UEC hitting is going to be. And that is why I still have my UEC position, by the way, my swing position. It's been up $60,000, $70,000. I think today it was up and down now because, a 10% move, what I got in there. I still have it. And I'm going to day and swing trade this stock. I just have not felt like selling it yet. I think that it's going to be very likely to hit this. It's going to be a good position to have if we get record volume coming in, because this is usually the one that moves up the most. That's where I'm at right now. Now, this was another update. You could say the IAEA released this. It's like a 52-page PDF. I put this out in the Discord. There's a link to this PDF, but they're basically showing everything that they found. Now, the Russian troops were there, and this is kind of weird, kind of odd what's going on, but you can see on this map here, there was actually a hole in the roof, by the way. I know we were talking about it in the Discord about a rumored hole. There really was, but they do also have pictures of like the trucks, the military equipment in there. You'd be surprised. This facility is phenomenal, very clean, especially inside a lot of these places. But the update on this, the power level, I think only one reactor is up. But what's great about this is the IAEA being there. It looks like they're going to be a real mediator in this. I don't think there's going to be a meltdown. I honestly do not think there's no likelihood of a meltdown happening. But we'll keep an eye on this. So who knows? Maybe some people might have been selling because of this. But let me know below, do you think that this big move in uranium today and the slight pullback, are we still yoked? Will we see uranium unyoked? Give me your like number below. And don't forget to check out the free link to the Discord, the new channel. I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be answering your questions. And that link's going to expire very soon. But again, let's get this video to 1,400 likes. Give me your like number. Give me your comment. And then go check out the Discord. I'll be in there. I'll be in the comment section here as well, not just in the Discord. And hopefully you Australians out there can take the baton now and run back up uranium prices. Majority of them are still looking pretty good. Now, is Australia going to run them up?